Okay, welcome to our GST knowledge series. So today we are going to look at how the assessment of GST will be carried out. And recently the GST Council met to discuss the issues related to dual control, that is the authority to assess by the state government and the central government. So how these authorities are going to be determined and which type of assessees will be subjected to which authority, that was the decision. So currently the key question is how the authority to assess the tax will be divided between the center and the state. So clearly there are two options. The first option is horizontal method, where it is proposed that the assessees who have turnover less than rupees 1.5 crores per annum will be assessed by the states, and the assessees who have turnover more than 1.5 crores, there will be a shared assessment by states and the center. The second option is vertical method. In this case, the assessees would be divided into various stratas where the revenue would be segregated, say for example up to 5 crores, then 5 to 10 crores, or 10 crores and above. And for such assessees, the authority will be randomly shared between the states and the center based on a certain number of percentage of assessees. In addition to that, traders with turnover up to rupees 20 lakhs would be out of GST, and the intelligence or information based actions would be taken concurrently by the center and the states. So what are the implications of the various options? Let us look at that. Now the decision for authority to assess the GST has far reaching consequences. Now some of the consequences could be that businesses or shops which are sharing the same neighbor, same premises or location may get assessed by different authorities. Now in the technology environment, would there be any challenge? Possible. And dual control by state and center, which may be a simultaneous control, can create a lot of confusion among the businesses. So the first option seems to be biased towards the authority of the states, as there will be high volumes or numbers of businesses that will be falling within turnover of rupees 1.5 crores. Now each assessee should ideally face only one assessing officer with respect to the GST regulations. Now there are 1.1 million service tax assessees, just to take an example, where center has an exclusive authority. Now with setup of new businesses in the service sector, any sharing of authority with state can create a challenge for the revenue targets of the center. But a positive aspect is that the center and state do like to have only one authority for the administration. Now this is a welcome step for the industry in general, we feel. Now we'll look at what are the important events to watch out for. So on 14th or 15th November of this year 2016, the central government would provide a draft of central GST, state GST, interstate GST and the compensation law to the state governments. Now each of the state government would have time of 1 week to suggest any changes. Now the time of 1 week may seem to be less, however we need to consider the fact that the regulations have already been undergone a review by number of states in some of the earlier events. So the expected date to receive suggestions from the states is around 24th or 25th of November. So this is an event which all the SSAs need to closely watch, because who should be the deciding authority or the assessment authority, that's one of the critical aspect for administration of GST. That's all for now. We would keep you updated of all the developments in our future session. So if you have any questions, please write to us at sb@evaluenz.com. Thank you very much for paying attention.